Yeah, you don't know a thing already, isn't it? Sorry about the technical difficulty on the previous live, you know what I mean? I know so it was sometime, you see? Yeah, the sound never come through the mic, but alright, we'll kick off back the story again. You know what I mean? Alright, so my name is Officer Kayadwan out of ISUPK, Jamaica. ISUPK started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. ISUPK is run by Commanding General Yana, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel. Alright, Israel is black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. You know what I mean? So if you live in Jamaica, your four parents come on slave ship, you are an Israelite according to the Bible and history and archaeology. Alright. So watch this now. So we have a story in with this woman. You know what I mean? Who, you know what I mean, claims she made a transition from being a woman to being a male. You see what I say? Yeah. She claimed she made a transition from being a woman to being a male. You understand? Them call it transgenderism. You understand? It's a part of the LGBTQHYZ. You know what I mean? The alphabet group. Alright, so watch this now, Zin. She is being coerced, or I don't know if I said the word right, coerced. I think I saw you said the word. By somebody in the background. And I'm going to prove it. You know what I mean? That she is not speaking her own words. And this is an agenda. This is the gay agenda being pushed on Jamaicans. You understand? This girl here, I want to look on her picture. So there's two pictures of her right here. So see on the screen. There's a picture on the right, which is how she look now. And there's a picture on the left, which how she look before. The picture on the left, just look how beautiful this woman is. You know what I mean? Look how beautiful she is. I'm not going to say was because she's still beautiful if she go back to being a woman. You understand? Look how beautiful she is. If you see her up on the road, you da look at her. You understand? You da want her. Look how she sit down. Look how she sit down feminine with her hands full. Look on her hand, wedding band, like she did married. So now she come out now and I talk about she was always a man inside. Alright. Let me tell you what happened to this girl. She got molested as a child. And in order for her to cope with the pain, or think she can cope with the pain, you know what I mean, she's trying to shed, you know what I mean, the feminine, or what she call the weak part of her, and become a man. Because if she become a man, she can't be taken advantage of in such a way. You know what I mean? It's a syndrome, you know what I mean? You want to learn more about it, go to ISUPK and YouTube. Check out Commanding General Yana. Give him a call, leave him a message. You know what I mean? General my man. If you don't go through child molestation and all them things there, don't become like this person. Call the ISUPK and we will give you counsel. But back to the story. See, me have a video which I explain the transitions that she took. You understand? In becoming this masculine female, because she claims she's 70, 80, 90% masculine now, but look at the picture now. You can clearly see that she is female. No care where she claim her or her voice sound, look at her face. There's no way you're going to mistake she as a male. No way. She don't look like no man when me know, brother. None. You understand? But we're going to play the tape and we're going to break down what she has said little by little. You get me?
Everything about me was masculine, is masculine.
When did you realize that you weren't born as the right gender? When did you realize that? At what age?
I could say from in kindergarten, very early, basic school as we call it in Jamaica. From I was in basic school, I know that something was different about the way they see me and the way I see myself or how I feel. So I could say between 3 and 6, because kindergarten is between 3 and 6 years old, somewhere there. So I was always acting very boy-like, and then my family and my friends would...
Stop. We know a lot of female children who play with the boys, them kick ball, play cricket, and all them things there. And when them grow up, them transition into well-functioning female. You understand? With children and family. You understand? Still have them little tomboy, them can play, you know what I mean? Them can play ball same way and all them things there. but them never transform into this. So what would lead a female to take such drastic action on herself? You know what I mean? That she going to turn herself so much masculine. You understand? It is child molestation. It is the pedophile them. You understand? When a child get molested, them grow up sexual, confused. You understand? And if you want to learn how this thing work, just as me say, contact the ISUPK. We are the experts on what takes place within, you know what I mean, the mind of a molested child, because we research this and we counsel many a people who go through this. You know what I mean? Just contact us. You understand? Contact General Mahayman. You know what I mean? Captain Tezaria, General Yahana. You understand? So if you have been molested, you understand, as a child, and you think you want to become like this person right here, before you make that, you know what I mean, foolish transition, just give us a call, man. Alright, we'll play the tape.
Think that I was just a tomboy.
How did your family react to this change?
Some of them are still in awe. Some of
Remember
them are
to
still
like
shocked.
the video, you know
Some
what I
of
mean?
them
Just
has
like
not
the video,
yet come to
share
terms
it,
with me
you know what I
for
mean?
who I
Blast
am.
it around, because
One of the
this
reasons
is
because
agenda
they're
against
very
Jamaicans right now.
spiritual. I was raised very spiritual, and their upbringing, their spiritual beliefs, some of them tend to not want to face the reality that I am a trans man.
Stop. You notice what she said? She was raised spiritual. More than likely, she was raised in the Christian church. The place where we know that majority of the child molestations take place. This is not, you know what I mean, up for debate. We all know about it. You understand? From the Catholic church to the community church next door. We know that a lot of child molestation takes place in the Christian church. And this is the result. You understand? So maybe our father, you know what I mean, was a Christian pastor. Maybe our stepfather, maybe some male person close to her molest her when she did young, she not talk the 100. You know what I mean? And if you pay close attention to her facial expression, you know, say, more is behind this. There's a lot of trauma behind this, and not just she feeling like she's a man. You understand? Continue.
And I am, like, for the most part, it's all masculine. Everything about me is masculine. I wouldn't even say for the most part. Everything about me was masculine, is masculine. Where
she said everything about her was masculine, is masculine. Lie she a tell. Again, look on the picture over here, so on the left. What is masculine about that? There's nothing masculine about the picture on the left. The picture on the left is a clear female. Look how she fold her hand. You understand? Look on the ring on her finger. She was look like she did all married. You get to me, I say? Look like she did all married. Probably was a Christian in the church. You understand? Probably was a Christian in the very Christian church. But this is the result of when you grow up in a Christian church or a Christian environment, or you continue going to church. It destroys you. You understand me? So that's why we implore you to contact the UPK, because there's a lot of these things coming through the back door and the door no, and through the windows. You know what I mean? If we don't blow the whistle upon them little thing ya, or sound the trumpet upon them thing ya, you don't know say this is an agenda. You understand? The Christian church is making this leak, you know what I mean, within our society. And there are organization behind this, you know what I mean, who are pushing people who are confused like this person right here. Pushing them at the forefront to be an example for your children, because guess what? Your children are being molested also. You understand? The single parents household, the children are getting molested. You know what I mean? No for you know about it. And no for you know a church going Christian who know say the children them get molested, I get fingered up and touch up. And this is the result. It's not no me feel like me was a man in a woman body. It's like she tell. She got molested, and that the pain and the hurt put her to this level. You understand? Continue.
They are concerned. Some of them accepted, some tolerated me, and some just choose not to deal with it.
Remember to
because
like the
it's a
video and
spiritual
share,
thing.
you know what I mean?
Okay,
Blast
so
it
where
on
transition
Facebook
is
and
concerned,
YouTube.
the
You know what I mean?
definition of
Right now, fear thing,
FTM, which I am,
it
female
viral, you know, make
transitioned
this go
into a male,
viral, make the correction
it's
of what she's
basically
saying
for me,
go
my
viral,
definition,
you
Kevin's
understand?
definition, syncing my body with my brain. Other persons don't go through the surgeries because mentally you transition. There are 3 stages to transition: mentally, socially, and medically. I have transitioned socially.
Stop. Here she break it down like a college professor, which means that somebody, you know what I mean, somebody coerced her into saying what she's saying. She was educated, you know what I mean, on what to say. She's going through the stages, socially, medically, and you know what I mean? She break it down for you because somebody gave her the definition of what she thinks she is. You know what I mean? Not knowing that this girl just have a demon. She went to child molestation and now she's confused. That's a demon. You understand? But what this society, and I'm going to show you who they behind this thing, you know. I'm going to read the article on her when this video done, you know. This is going to be a long live, you know. So just stick with me and share it, you know, blast it round. A whole heap of education are going to come from the live, you see, and just bear with me, you see. Yeah, so there's an organization that is not only pushing the transgender, many organizations, but a specific one with this, see, pushing the transgender and also something else. I'm going to show you. You know what I mean? I'm going to show you. Alright.
I have transitioned mentally from ever since, because I was always acting and living my life as a male. But now I'm doing the medical procedures. I've already done the mastectomy surgery, which is a top surgery. And I am on the HRT, the hormone therapy. And the testosterone, basically I've been taking testosterone for 20 months, which is a year and 8 months. So my body has enough testosterone in me that is enough as an average male, practically my age or maybe a few years younger.
Stop. No care how much testosterone you're pumping in your body, you will never grow a penis. And you will never be able to impregnate a woman because you're just not a male. You understand? So, no care where you talk about your 80% masculine and rare, you still don't have, you know what I mean, a penis. So you're not a male. You understand? Your gender is based on your physiology. You can't go around it. No care what you think in your mind. If you think you are one puss in your mind, that does not make you a cat. Continue.
Every person experiences it differently. For me, my menstrual cycle stopped within the first 2 months of taking the testosterone, never returned. I am...
Stop. Hear what she say? So you know she said that woman here destroy herself. She say her menstrual cycle stop within 2 months of taking the drugs. See? Within 2 months. That means that for 2 months her vagina don't get proper cleaning because your menstrual cycle is what clean your vagina. So you know what happened to her? She going to develop infection in her vagina because it's not getting proper cleaning, and she will stink, she will smell and develop all sort of abscess and pus within her vagina that she still has. She still have the vagina there. So what she had the right to know is a health risk to her own damn self. She is destroying her own self. You understand? Continue.
Now seeing a lot more facial hair. I never had any, and I'm seeing a lot more. It's coming out now. My facial structure has been changed. It's no longer feminine. You can see the difference between the shape of my face. I now have a small beard coming up.
You can clearly look on her and see that she's a female. She don't have no physical appearance of what you would call her a male. You understand? She still look female. She just look like a female that smoke weed and cigarette. She look like she high right now. You understand? That's all she look like, you know. A female who smokes and drink, a dyke. You know what I mean? A woman who rough. you know what I mean, who not get no tender love and care, and you know what I mean, don't want to subject herself to her femininity. That's how she look. She don't look like no male. She just dress like a male.
I'm having moustache and all of that. My voice is much more deeper than it was at birth or during my last, say, 10 years. My voice is much more deeper.
What they're using her to do now, you know, is to sell this medical transformation, you know. You see? So, what she's being now is an example to the other people them will get molested like she, to the other females will get molested like she, and don't feel comfortable being a female and wanting to transition. They're creating that medium through she. She's the advertisement. She's the muscat. You understand me? That they're using to get other females to take the same part that she is going right now. I sell this to society, and that is why I say it's an agenda. You know what I mean? This agenda is in full effect in America among the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian community. And now they are trying to, you know what I mean, overrun Jamaica with this. You know what I mean? My brother Abada want telling about it already, you know. You know what I mean? Said Joe Biden is the king of Saddam, and when him come, him go bring this Saddam and Gomorrah, you know what I mean, thing pan Jamaica. You understand? Him come with the gay agenda. So Donald Trump was the racist, you know what I mean, against black Hispanics and Native Americans, and now Joe Biden is the Saddam and Gomorrah king. We're going to push that agenda upon blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? And our government will let it happen. Now the problem is, you know what I mean, are we gonna let this happen? Are we gonna let our children be educated by confused, mentally ill individuals who were molested, you know what I mean, not of any fault of their own, but molested as a child, confused and mentally ill, people who want medical care, mental medical care? Are we gonna make these people, you know what I mean, educate our children? You know what I mean, with the help of the media and some secret organization, which I'm going to tell you the organization that them come as a Trojan horse. Them come with one thing claiming to help you, which is not help. And then them give something else. You understand? I'm going to show you, just bear with me, you know. You know what I mean? You don't need to watch the video to the full. You understand?
Body is much more masculine because it is changing the feminine side of me. All of my feminine body features are slowly going away and the masculine side is coming. So I could say I'm at 80%, 90% masculine. The 10% is not obvious. So if I don't...
It's 90% obvious that you're a female. It's 10% obvious that you're confused. That's all it is. You understand? That's all it is. You're just a confused female. You know what I mean? One might go as far as say mentally disturbed. We know say you have mental issues because we are suffer from. But you might as well be, you know what I mean, a mental case because you're coming at this thing as if it's a thing, like something to be done. You understand? You have a mental problem. If you can't accept yourself as a female, why we should accept you? If you can't accept yourself. You understand? If you not accept yourself as being a female, why should we accept you with where you bring come? We won't. Because we know that the Most High made male, male and female, female. You understand? The Most High never make no mistake. So where you come with, we know the agenda. We know you not come with your own force. You understand? If it was up to you, you stay in your own corner and do what you do. But the facts that them put you up on the forefront show you that there's an agenda, and them try to educate the children them to be just like this. You understand? Continue.
Tell somebody I was born a female, they don't know, and I really don't care.
You can't tell me say you did born a male. Me look on you one time and know say yo. I want to the woman ya. You know what I mean? Is another diet this, is another sodomite girl this. You understand? You can't but somebody don't know that. You see, say she sell something. You see, say she sell something. She sell this formula to any female who wants to become male. Because we know there are a lot of, you know what I mean, homosexual females in the society today, right now. You see? And many of them want to become male, that's why them dress themselves. So what she's selling is the formula. She's basically making you know that the drugs are now available in Jamaica. That is what she's doing. She's selling a product. Because we can look upon she and know so she's a female. Without second look, the only thing is we might say, why she dress like a male? Which the Bible says is a sin. It's a sin to dress like a male if you're a female. You understand? So they're selling something to Jamaicans. It is up to us to not buy it or buy into it. You understand? Continue.
Here to share that unless you're going to be in my bedroom. I was a secretary at one point in time, and then I never felt like that was my calling. I hate being the girly girl dressing up in heels and stockings and nails. It was never my thing, so I joined the police.
It was never your thing because you got molested. And you weren't able to live your regular childhood or happy childhood. You grew up depressed and thinking that you're something that you're not.
Police force, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and I served for 6 years before I migrated to Canada. And now in Canada, I am working as a counselor / social service worker, a peer educator, activist, and an advocate for the LGBTQ community, as also the HIV community.
You understand? So you see the role them we should give she do. You understand? So she's a first and foremost understand that she's an activist for the LGBT community first. Further down in the video you go hear she say she's a social worker with kids. She have a work with children. That is the main objective, to get the LGBT mindset within the children. You understand? That is the goal. You need to understand. You understand?
Is there at any moment in your life or at any moment in time you ever felt like you'd go back to being how you were born?
No, because if you speak to the fact that I was given the female body parts, and if I would ever go back to living my life being feminine, no. The possibility doesn't exist. And if I should give a little insight to what the LGBTQ community is about, a transgender, whether they're masculine, feminine, or non-binary, some people would say gender fluid, you are free to date who you want to date, regardless of how you dress or who you are as an individual or how you identify. So even if 10, 15 years from now, which I hope and I don't want to, I don't see it happening, but for any reason, me or any trans person would revert to go back to being with men, it doesn't mean that person is as reverse transition and return to being a female or the feminine or the submissive person then, if you understand me. So no.
In other words, there are times when she regret being a female. You understand? There are times she start off by saying she don't think she will go back. You know what I mean? I hope I don't go back. But there's time when she needs some cocky up in her hole. So what she's leaving open out to, you know what I mean, the rest of them out there is that at any time when you want to go back, man, you understand? You can go back. Yeah, man. You can go back to being a female if you want to be a female. You understand? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, Mother Nature, you know what I mean, under the Most High create Mother Nature. You see, it rules. So as much as you think you're a female, sometimes you want some cocky up in your hole. You understand? And that she left open. So she basically say, if you see her with a man later on down the road, don't judge her. You understand? Yeah, man. Hypocrites.
Oh, the possibility of me going back to being feminine does not exist. And if whatever happens inside the bedroom.
We know a woman we talk them way there. She just sound like a woman a while ago. Though, she sound like a female a while ago. You know when woman get a style, no, you know what I mean? No, you don't have a chance and later on you and her that. Though, you know, you have the same attribute, you know what I mean? The same characteristics, she not change. Her voice just get rough and she in a man clothes. That's all it is. She's still a female with female emotions and female attitude and female this, pretending to be a male. That's all it is. You understand?
It's just that just speaks for itself. But presently and for the rest of my life, I know I'll be dating born women, cisgenders. I was always saying to myself,
she knows she'll be dating born women just like herself.
I feel like a man trapped inside of a woman's body. And anytime I'm able to afford the transition surgeries and anytime I'm in the atmosphere or the environment that welcomes me to be who I am, then I'm definitely going to come out and just transition. So that would be somewhere in my 20s prior to coming here. And then after I came here and I learned about the resources here and the different services that I could get access to, then I decided to transition fully. So somewhere between the ages of 24 and 33. But I came to Canada when I was 33. It was hard to stay in Jamaica and live my truth without having to go through the different discriminations, etc. There were more than one instances where my life almost came to an end. I was attacked on more than one occasion. And even though I was a part of the police force, I never get the help I needed. So I had to leave. I narrowly escaped death.
Alright, we hear that and we see say that's just a bunch of bull crap. You understand? You know what I mean? Demonizing Jamaicans as if, you know what I mean, we don't here lick down LGBT people with big stone and a kill them. You understand? In fact, they are the one killing each other. Right? We know that to be the facts. Alright. I'm going to read the article. You know what I mean? I'm going to break down what she has said through the article. You see? Alright. And we're going to show you what go on behind this thing. You see? So, it starts off by saying, Jamaica's toxic culture of condemning of transgender and transsexual has been blamed for driving a former police woman to flee the country to embrace what he them call her, says is his true identity as a man. You notice how them kick it off. This is the Gleaner, you know. The Gleaner wrote this. See? The Gleaner is portraying Jamaica as toxic culture of condemning transgender. You understand? As if we are killing transgenders. You understand? Bear in mind, we condemn them. You understand? We condemn them. That is an abomination. You understand? That is a sin against the Most High. You understand? But what the Gleaner is doing right here is making Jamaicans feel guilty. You know what I mean? For what Jamaicans are not even doing. We don't see Jamaicans hurting transgender. As a matter of fact, they are the violent ones against straight people who are robbing the phones in New Kingston, who are sticking up people and taking their phones. Not the transgender community, the LGBT community, man. Not them. So what is the Gleaner talking about? Continuing to read. Identified as female at birth, Kevin she call herself, who requested that his name or her name correctly, surname not be published, cited discrimination as a compelling cause for migrating to Canada, where he has undergo hormone replacement therapy and surgery on his journey to manhood. Bear in mind, this woman was a grown woman before she do this, you know. You know what I mean? So what, she's a child now, a teenager? Alright. I felt I was given the wrong gender at birth. By who? By who? Who gave you the wrong gender at birth? You come out with vagina. Who give you the wrong gender at birth? This I come like you fly up in the face of the Most High, like you say God gave the wrong gender at birth. Because you say giving, you know, so you can't say you don't believe in a God, you know. You can't say you don't believe in a God, because we know say all the doctor them able to do, you know, is look and say, alright, vagina, girl. See? Unless at the Most High you talk, no for you angry with the Most High, because you grew up in the church and many a foolishness going in the church. Which we try to tell you, say, yo, the church is not the house of the Most High. The church is where all manner of sin take place. The church is the problem with our society, black, Hispanic and Native Indian society. The church is. You understand? Alright, let me continue read. Kevin told the gleaner, I was born with feminine parts, so they gave me the feminine gender. No man, nobody no give you the feminine gender, man. You're born with the feminine gender. Simple as that. Kevin, who as a woman prefers women, faces blowback and was reportedly attacked several times. Hey, I want to share that video, and I want to like the video and share it. You see, just share it around, man. You know what I mean? If you don't agree with me, when I say like the video and share it around, you know what I mean? Because fear story when me just play a while ago gone viral to your children. You know what I mean? It gone out in the world to your children. So make my point of view, if you agree with me, go to the children so the children can have an alternative perspective for what go on and not get spoon-fed this crap. You understand? Share this around, man. Blast it around every social media platform. Alright. He decided to leave Jamaica for good after a near-death attack. You know what I mean? Probably one our, you know what I mean, our homosexual lover them. You know what I mean? Our jealous husband. You understand? Jamaicans are somewhat homophobic and are not knowledgeable of accepting of trans person. Now man, Jamaicans believe in the Bible and believe that if a man lieth with mankind as he does womankind, his blood shall be upon his own head, they shall surely be put to death. You understand? That's how we believe the Bible. So where you come with now, I don't know what we know about what that where you come with. We know so when a man and a woman have sex, pitney band. So where you try to tell me now, you and a woman for rub skin together, all that benefit, you know what I mean, the black Hispanics and Native Indian community. How we multiply, how we grow as a nation if all you a do are rub crutches and a catch fire. You can't breed nobody. So why you want to accept your madness? Why you don't want society, your own, me not talk the white man society, your community of black people, why you don't want them correct you and say, no man, I'm not so baby born. And you probably have all children too. When you check it, you probably have all children. Growing them up confused now. You understand? Thinking that, you know what I mean, mommy I do the right thing. Madness, man. Continuing. It was hard to stay there, Jamaica, and live my truth without being discriminated. Yo, I'm notice this I go around and you know, my truth. You know what that mean? You're a lie, brother. Because the truth is the truth. See? The truth is the truth. So if you have to say my truth, mean a lie you tell. Come on, man. The truth is the truth, you know. So if it's your truth, mean a lie, your side of the story where you make up. Because the truth is the truth. Alright, anyway. Kevin said that he did not receive therapeutic help while enlisted in the JCF. You know what I mean? Therapeutic help. An organization known for its machismo and and conservative hardline views on gender and sexual identity. Recounting his early life in Jamaica, the 39-year-old ex-police said he knew from childhood that he was different. I was always acting very boy-like. Yeah, you was just like a regular, what we call a tomboy. But we know a lot of tomboy who are thriving females right now. You know what I mean? Feminine. Still can play ball. Still can play cricket. You playing cricket and playing ball don't mean say you's a male. It just means say you like male sports and you climb tree. It don't mean say you a male. It's a child molestation where you go through when you're little. You know what I mean? Which we condemn your child molester. You know what I mean? And we condemn any boy where molest people pitney. And female. Because many of them LGBTQ. You know what I mean? Female you molest the girl children them. And them not talk about that. The homosexual is the child molester that molest the boy pitney them. And the female them too. The female homosexual them too. And as well as, you know what I mean, straight female molest boy pitney and straight male molest girl pitney. You understand? So, Whole heap of molestation are going on and that we need to cut out so we don't have no more of them so-called Kevin here. You get me? Alright. Continuing. I was always acting very boy-like. My family and friends would think that I was just tomboy. Yes, you was just a tomboy. Kevin, now an LGBT counselor, said, besides hormone replacement therapy, Kevin's transformation has included mastectomy, chest realignment, meaning she cut off her breast, and liposuction. She have to have liposuction because females tend to have fat in certain place. So she probably have a big bumper, you know what I mean, them curves there, you know what I mean, the extra flesh that the most I give females to make them attractive, and she take out the whole of that. You get me? Alright, watch out now. Genital surgery is the final step in his metamorphosis. So she want implant a thing they know, a rod. But me tell you this, she now go implant a biological rod. We can breed nobody because she won't be able to produce semen. You understand? That will never happen. She have to go implant semen in her thing or cut off somebody balls put on herself. You understand? She have to go implant somebody balls or one of them, you know what I mean, them fisher where we cut off Philemon. She have to go probably sew it on herself. You understand? It's a Frankenstein that still, you know. Like the Frankenstein movie, you know. That is what that is, you know. That is, you know what I mean, mad scientist experiments, you know. You see? Alright. Sex change procedure has cost him Canadian $10,000. Ah boy. He has also been on testosterone treatment for 20 months. That halts the menstrual cycle within the first 60 days. You understand? Facial hair. So, alright. When it stop the menstrual cycle, any female will listen know what is the purpose of our menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle cleans the vagina, though. So when this female having a whole vagina underneath her foot, see? Stop our menstrual cycle. What kind of smell you think under the foot there? What kind of infection you think can develop under the foot there right now? No. Just think about that for a second. If she probably have to go put, you know what I mean, a rag upon a stick to clean out her vagina every day, you know. Because without the menstrual cycle, the thing them were far up in our vagina now go get cleansed, you know. Plus things further we can't be reached, you know. You understand that? The job of the menstrual cycle for wash out the womb, you know, and make sure say it governing, you see. But she knows, see? She stop her menstrual cycle. You know what that mean? One bag of abomination that take place in that right now. You know what I mean? That is just the facts. Alright. Continuing. He has also been on testosterone treatment for 20 months that altered the menstrual cycle within the first 60 days. Facial hair and structural changes have now caused Kevin femininity to fade. Still look like a female. Can't change it. They would not know and I don't care to share unless they are in my bedroom. Come on, man. You take people for fool. You take for some clown or something, man. What you mean will not know? What you talk about? You really are try create a safe haven for women who think them can run from them femininity. You know what I mean? But anybody with common sense look for you and know say you're just a dyke. You're just a sodomite. You look like a sodomite. You don't look like a man. Continue. I was never really into men and I only had 2 relationships. It was boring. It was boring because after your child molestation, you know what I mean, you were uncomfortable with sexual intercourse with men, which are natural for you, being a female. You understand? You never feel that because you felt violated and you never trust men no more. That is just the truth. That you need to come out and tell the people them say you get molested, you know what I mean, and it kind of turn you off from men. But that don't mean you go turn a sodomite. That don't mean say you go change up your so-called gender, which you cannot change. You understand? Alright. But people knew I like girls. You like girls because, you know what I mean, you got molested. And you're confused and you have a demon. But didn't know I was a man. People knew you. Didn't know you was a man. Madness. You were never a man. Alright. The emotional and physical, psychological trauma experienced by lesbian, gays, bisexual and transgenders community in Jamaica takes a heavy toll, even in dollar terms. Alright. You see the psychological trauma, the only psychological trauma uno have, Zin, is the trauma we happen when you know the young and we not talk about that. That I want to address. You understand? You understand? If you have been molested as a child and you suffer from the demon of homosexuality, you need help. You understand? It is a demon. You understand? You need help. Don't go off into a lifestyle that is abominable because you can't deal with the mental, you know what I mean, trauma we are go through. Fight the demon. You know what I mean? Fix yourself. You know what I mean? Transition back into regular normal society and living. Don't become an abomination unto the Most High. You understand? Where the Most High have to go punish you now. And punish the whole away because the whole I want to turn the place in a Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand? The whole I want to turn the place in a Sodom and Gomorrah and you have people, straight people where I condone. You know. I saw under the comments, Virgin, seeing after she attack, people say them wish her all the best. Alright, your child will become one of those because you wish her all the best. So guess what? Your little child will become either a batty boy or a sodomite because of your condoning of this behavior. You understand? Continuing. Research has shown that, alright, past that, because of the country hostile environment, it's very heavy program development manager of the Equality of All Foundation Jamaica Limited, Karen Lloyd, said of the emotional burden at Tuesday's project. We soon reach the point where I try showing you, I show you the organization where I push this and I will show you them other agenda. I want to listen to me, Virgin. You know what I mean? I want to go to ISUPK, you know. ISUPK.com, ISUPK on YouTube and Facebook. We are the only hope you have in these perilous times. You have no other hope. Your government, the Prime Minister, the opposition will only feed you to the wolves. You understand? But we are the shepherds. You understand? We are the prophets of the Most High and we come to blow the trumpet that the enemy is at the gate. And this is one of the enemies. This is a spiritual warfare where you can't see with the carnal eyes. You know, let through everything, but we are making you know say it is danger. You understand? And later on, the society that you live in will be unrecognizable. You know what I mean? And unbearable to live in. And it will absorb you too in the field, and the Most High will punish the whole of you. You understand? That will go on, you know. You know, already see what going on with the coronavirus. The Most High is just showing you his indignation. He's displeased with this society. So him shut down the whole world. No for only one thing, but white man make this virus and China and rare. Alright, God stop plague the earth. Come like God stop send plagues. No for only not believe in a God. Or you don't want to believe in a God because you can't deny it. But you will find out very soon that the Most High is very real. See? And he's so real that you are even like a figment of his imagination. For lack of a better way to put it. He's real. You are real because the Most High is real. So though you cannot deny it. But everything will come home back to roost. You understand? Alright, continue reading. Alright, so this Karen Lloyd said of the emotional burden at Tuesday's project launch of campaign on the economic, social and cultural rights of LGBT Jamaica. Dr. Diane Thorburn, Director of Research at think tank, listen, the Caribbean Policy Research Institute, or CAPRI. Now we'll find the culprit. You see this thing here? The Capri thing, them come for those. Some real arm. I will show you why. See? I will show you. I'll go over to our next article shortly, but I will finish read this. See? Capri's research shows that Jamaica spends an additional 175 million a year on mental health treatment because of discrimination. Alright, them a waste the money there. The mental health treatment shouldn't be because of the discrimination, you know. The mental health treatment needs to be geared towards the rehabilitation of LGBTQ people, making them know that the part that them a tried is not the right part. Instead, them a try, you know what I mean? Them a try what do I call it now? Them a try calm them and make them come to terms with the discrimination where society discriminate against them. In other words, them a make them know, them a comfort, you know what I mean, them in a them sin and them folly. See? And I tell them say society wrong if you don't accept them. You get to me I say? That them basically are doing, you know. Instead of making the people them know say, no, you know, say a man was made for a woman and a woman was made for a man. And you see the trauma where you go through as a child, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, it's a child molester's fault. You know what I mean? You need to get over it. That's why we in the ISUPK, we give proper counseling. You get to me I say? You know what I mean? So, call up General man. Call up General Yana. Make him tell you what is the cause of your problem. Just tell him that you were molested as a child and he will tell you that you need to stop being what you have become. You understand? Alright. Continuing. Zin? Yeah, so not only are LGBT people mental health compromised, their mental health has been compromised not because of the discrimination, but because of what they have become. Because if you see a dog behaving like a cat and meowing, you know what I mean, and all them things, they will say something wrong with the dog. No, let us be honest, no man. Can't not tell lie to people and expect people to, you know what I mean. Just let us be honest, virgin. If you see a cat a bark like a dog, you go say something wrong with a cat. So, you know what I mean? Unu might as go as far as say dopey in the cat. Something wrong with the cat if the cat is barking like a dog. Unu talk the truth, no man, and stop behave like hypocrites. Something is wrong with this girl calling herself Kevin. Something is wrong mentally, and she needs to address that and stop trying to spread fear, filth upon the rest of society. You understand? That is the fact, that is the truth, and the whole of Jamaica know that. So why are we pretending that this is an alternative lifestyle? It is a mental illness. The mental trauma is not because of no discrimination. The discrimination is actually the correction. And if you did wise, you would have say, alright, boom. You know, say something wrong because everybody stays so. And oh me born, my mother and my father. Come on, man, you want to deny the truth. That you don't want to do. And it not going to work. And that's why the most I have to punish. That's why the most I have to show him indignation. Because when you see the truth and call it lie. And see lies and call it truth. That's why the most I have to punish, you know. That's why coronavirus have to forward. Because the place you don't get destroyed, brother, you gotta have more of them Kevin character ya. I spread this pan our society till what? Till we not have no picnic again, because everybody a batty boy and sodomite. Think about it. You know, she says is a agenda. I'm going to show you the agenda. Continuing. But it also costly to the country in terms of public health expenditure to treat these mental health costs. So they might waste money to please LGBTQ people when the money could have go to better, you know what I mean, better. Alright, if you go direct the money towards them, tell them the truth, tell them say them have a problem, tell them say them have a mental problem. or else direct the money to somewhere else where it needed. So them a waste money upon them people here so that them can push them agenda. Continue. Cause that would not be there if the discrimination wasn't there. The discrimination would not be there if you wasn't a LGBTQ individual. Continuing. Tarborn, who is also chairman of Bellevue Hospital, the country's chief mental health facility, said that there was other costs not captured in the think tank analysis that likely have negative impact on economic output. The 2009 Capri, I want to pay attention to the word. The word is Capri. CAPRI. I want to Google that. That is a Trojan horse that is coming to destroy Jamaica. You understand? That is one of them. The 2009 Capri study, the economic and social costs of sexual-based discrimination in Jamaica. That's what they want to call it. Zin noted improvements in the condition of LGBT people in recent years, meaning uno become more accepting. So guess what? You notice you see more and more of them now. You see more and more of them because uno accept it. So when uno accept it, you go see more and more and more till there's no straight people. Till Jamaica become like America, like Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand? Me need you to share this, you know. If you care about your children, you share this. You pay attention to how rough me attack, you know. Some things need them kind of conversation, yeah. Some things need rough conversation because if you laugh and smile, you know what I mean? People don't take you serious and them don't hear you. You share this because fear thing I share, you know. And your little children are watch it on them iPad. Enough more of them programs which Capri is putting out. Many more of the programs that Capri is putting out will go to your children. You notice how them that try put the homosexual book them in high school them. Then God send the coronavirus school of a lockdown. Think God no know what him do? You know not pray no. But we can teach you how to pray, man. Just come to the ISUP, okay? We will teach you how to see them things, yeah. You understand? Come out of the Christian church, that is where homosexuals and lesbians are created. Your pastors and your deacons create homosexuality. You understand? And your neighborhood child molesters, them create homosexuality. You understand? Lloyd concurred with that evaluation. There is definitely fear, but a lot of LGBT people are now empowered today, Lloyd told the Gleaner. From our perspective, there is far way to go, but we have seen progress in the last 10 years. When them say far way to go, what do they mean? What are their goals? Their goals is to make everybody LGBT. No so. No that. No that are the goal. For make everybody LGBT. They have a far way to go. You know, like when black people say, yo, boy, we see better in racial discrimination, but we have a far way to go. What are the goals of black people? To get rid of racism so that them can be, you know what I mean, equal in a society and become striving and powerful and, you know what I mean? It's the same thing they must say. At the same thing them say, them want to become a force. So when them become a force in a virgin, you know what I mean? You can't see them and say nothing. You have to hold that. As a matter of fact, you have to become like them too. Or guess what? You are going to get discriminated against. Alright, so we'll go over to Capri now. We're going to show you what Capri is all about. Millions for illegal abortions. Taxpayer fork out US 1.4 million annually for thousands of abortion, complication, poorest family suffer, costs, slack your most, Capri study finds. So what Capri really are doing, you know? Watch this. Capri on one hand, I say, we need to stop the illegal abortion because it is risking the life of our young women. See? But on the other hand, Capri support transgenderism. So what is the goal? Where does Capri loyalty lies? Is it for the young lady them or for make the young lady them become man? Is it for the health of the young lady or is it for the young lady them to become man? I want to know, you know. I want to know what is the goal of Capri? Is it for the young ladies or is it for the young ladies to become man? We need to know because over the side of Capri say, yo, them need more access to kill them baby. See? Which that is what it is. That is what abortion is. Abortion is murder. But on the other hand, Capri wants the ladies them to become man and them all up in the LGBT. So you tell me you say the abortion and the LGBT them hand in hand. Okay, but what does the abortion and the LGBT have in common? The abortion and the LGBT have this in common. No babies being born. Tell me say a lie me I tell no virgin. Tell me say a lie me I tell. The abortion and the LGBT have this in common. Babies won't be born if they got their way. So Capri is all about babies not being born. You know what I mean? Just think about it. Alright, let me read what Capri said. Some 22,000 pregnant are aborted annually. Pregnancies are aborted annually in Jamaica. 22,000, you know, already I get aborted. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? On the underground. See? Which is bad. But you can imagine if Capri had them way. What I understand, you know, is that, yo, Planned Parenthood, I can bet you say Planned Parenthood, they behind Capri. When you just research Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood, you know what I mean? Them run the abortion in America. See? Them run the abortion in America amongst blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The reason why them promote abortion, you know what I mean, is not that them care about the young lady them, you know. It's because them want less black people. So if them encourage the young lady them, say, yo, if you no kill no baby, you know what I mean, you have a better chance of life. You know what I mean? Then they will do it, thinking that killing the baby is okay. Which them don't know, say, yo, you know what I mean? There is whole heap of complication that arises when a young lady commit an abortion. Let me explain. See? When she kill the baby, the milk in her breast, where it go? The milk will develop in her breast and the extra hormones in her body, where it go? Let me tell you where it go, man. The milk in her breast hardens and become breast cancer. You understand? That is why there is so much breast cancer in the black, Hispanics, and Native Indian community. Because of the abortion. You understand? And other cancers. You understand? So the more them dash to the baby them, the more cancer them get. You understand? Alright, let me just read the article here. Show you what Capri. Capri is all about killing babies. And Kevin and Capri, them on the same agenda. Reading. See? And this is only a rough estimation from research done by the Caribbean Policy Research Institute, Capri, which believes that the figure for the clandestine criminal act could be more. The data further reveals that Jamaican taxpayers fork out approximately 1.4 million each year to fund the country's healthcare system, struggle with complications caused from unsafe abortion island-wide. But them not talk about the complication and the expense it go cost when they actually do the abortion the right way. Breast cancer is rampant. Yo, just check the statistics, man. We hear about it all the while. Pops smears and you know what I mean, all them thing there. Come on TVJ and CVM. You understand? It's rampant. Breast cancer. Why? Because they have abortions. You kill the baby and the milk no go nowhere. It stay in your breast. What you think the milk a go do? Just stay in your breast and evaporate and go back down in your stomach. The milk a go transform into a tumor or something and it go cause breast cancer and you have to cut off your breast. Simple as that. Because you kill the baby. It's only fear, you know, because if you murder the baby, you're not for dead, man. I mean, if you get raped, see, have the baby, man, and bring it come at the ISUPK. We will take care of the baby. Yeah, man. Since you can't deal with such a thing, see, since you can't deal with that, bring the baby. Just have it. Just make you know say you're pregnant through rape, and you know what I mean. We call one of the captain them or with general, you know what I mean, and say, Cap, you know, say a young lady got raped and she pregnant and you know what I mean, she said she don't really want. You see, she don't really want to deal with the baby right now. You see. And the general will say, alright, we will take care of the baby and grow up the baby in the right way. You know what I mean? In an environment void of child molestation and abuse. You know what I mean? So the baby now go grow in a them environment there. He go grow in a good, righteous environment and become an exceptional individual. A strong prophet of the Most High in the ISUPK. Give us the baby. Since you can't deal with it. But many of you use that as excuse. Because out of all the abortion cases, how much of you did actually get raped? How much of you did actually get raped and get pregnant? Liars. You use the rape as the excuse for kill, for murder the pitney. When you did get a chance for born. So you kill the bumbucklad pitney, slack here. See, you kill the bombard baby. But you did, because you want to live though. Alright. So you want success in a life, you want riches, you want this. So you kill the baby. So your mother should have killed you then. You don't deserve no success in a life and no education and no big master degree or no nothing. You know what I mean? Your career shouldn't be able to prosper because you're a murderer. You should have dead. You shouldn't live. So you kill the baby so him can get to prosper and aspire and fulfill him goals. Because you selfishly want to fulfill your goals and you never want to lock your blood clot foot. You never know, say you know to be a rascal or so lock you. You never know, say you have to wait until you find the right man. And you stick to that man. And then you start a family. You just want to go around and have sex with everybody. And when the consequences of sex occur, you want to murder the baby. You're a wicked. You're a evil. You're a murderer. Yo, you come like when I busted them on the road, the boy them where I kill people. You know better than the man them down at Tivoli we are lit down 4. You know better than them. Cause how much abortion you have? How much dopey you have per your head? How much bat you fly? Eh? And then Uno said one, I go look on society, I said the crime and the violence, 22,000 blood clot abortion. That's what Capri say. And them say that is just a rough estimate. And Capri want to no kill more. So enough, hey, Uno woman, Uno black woman, Uno the real dopey maker, you know. And Uno the real queen of them, you know, and busted, you know. I want to know that, you know. Because Uno killed 22,000 baby annually. Bumbo. Slakia. How much of the murder rate for Jamaica so far? No, for last year. Slakia. What is the murder rate for Jamaica for last year? What is the murder rate for Jamaica for last year? 1,000 something? Well, Uno, woman, at 22,000 up here on the flick last year. I know on up in the thousands this year already. Capri want to no kill more. So if you don't want to make more dopey link up with Capri, because them well want to make dopey the right way, the clean way. You know what Capri really want? Capri no want to waste the body parts. Capri want when you no kill no baby, them can get the foot and the hand and the heart and the chest and the brain. You understand? That is what Capri wants. Capri want the heart and the lung and the brain. So them can manufacture and process it and grow it in a tube. So that when some rich white individual want a heart transplant, them can get a brand new baby heart from some, you know what I mean, little ignorant ghetto girl who thinks that having a baby are going to ruin her life. You know the real dopey maker them, you know. You know what I mean? But we have to tell you now, so no stop. Abortion is murder. And the penalty for murder is death. So now we catch breast cancer. Sorry to tell you. You catch breast cancer and you're going to die. Simple as that. That is how it go. You know what I mean? You take a life, your life have to get taken to us, so it go. Alright, continue. The study dubbed Coming to Terms. That is what them call the study. Coming to Terms. The cause of unequal access of safe abortion in Jamaica. That is a Trojan ask me I try to tell you. It's not safe abortion because them women safely dash the picnic them and we don't hear about them. 22,000 and we don't know who are dash them. A secret, you know when secret war fight and man are dead. And we say, who kill? Yo, man them a war about we don't know who make that up there a while ago. I saw a woman them a deal with it. Not even the body you can't find. But Capri no want that. Capri want when you no kill the baby, then can put the parts in a bag and say, you have done a good job. No man, calm down man, you have done nothing wrong. And then go sell the body part. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, you know. It's a Frankenstein system you live in now, but you don't know. You just love fuck. And when you get breed, you don't want to deal with the responsibility. That's all you think about. You want to go party and all them things there. You want your degree, you want this and that. You know what I mean? But Capri say, yo, money day night. Go and go be a whore, man. Just go have sex with everybody where you want to have sex with. But we need the body parts. We need it. You know what I mean? Anyway. We will officially launch this Thursday, that was yesterday, you know. So Capri launch. So, you know what I mean? Them want to get to know if you kill the baby them the right way. You understand? And is the latest twig in a bonfire debate over whether Jamaica abortion laws should be amended to provide safer legal options, especially for the island's poorest women. This is the trick where them use, man. The poorest women. See? So your poverty don't allow you to afford a child. That are the trick where them tell you. But your mother did poor. Your granny did poor. So why you can't deal with your responsibilities like your four parents, like your mother and your father? Because you're a coward. And you're greedy. And you're heartless. And you have no compassion for a little baby. Can you imagine a woman natural emotion is for have a baby, have it in her arm, love it and care it. And if any danger come towards that child, that same woman will risk her life for that baby. In today's society, them women they kill the baby from the womb. May I tell you? Anyway, there are not official figures for the number of abortions conducted in Jamaica each year, as most of these abortions are clandestine. The estimates vary between 10 and 37% of all pregnancies annually. Read an excerpt of the study obtained by the Sunday Gleaner last week. It's like you read, right? Given that up to 43% of the complication in early pregnancy may be due to attempted termination of pregnancy. Bumbucklad. I never know that. So, in reality, una try kill the baby them and the complication them will cause is really because you try kill the baby them. Una tell the pitney them that. You not tell the pitney them that when them born, when you not say, dirty pitney, when you favor on the pooper, you walk this like a pooper. You tell them say you try kill them when them blood clotting in your belly. So, you don't need for change, man. You not act like daughters of Zion. You don't want to become heartless and cold till you found really want to change all on sex to male. You know what I mean? You get molested as a child, man. You just need help, brethren. You need help. Don't become a Frankenstein, man. Don't become a monster. Don't become a whore and a sodomite. You know what I mean? Call UPK and get counsel. Hey, I want to share that video here, you know, because enough people it going to help, you know. You see, the ISUPK is here to help. You understand? We are the solution. Yo, the truth hurt, you know. But now I go talk on the pastor talk and tell them say, yo, blessed and highly favored. And you know what I mean? A blessing is coming your way. In fact, it's a curse that coming your way because you're wicked. I tell you the facts. The Most High come with a curse. This is not the time for mess with the Most High. You see what the coronavirus are doing on the earth. The Most High now play. Him now ram. Playtime done. A curse is coming. You need to come out of Babylon. You need to stop that show the pitney them. Stop being homosexuals. Stop being lesbians. Stop being LGBTQT, YZ. That madness. You understand? Stop being adulterers. Stop being whore. You understand? Stop being all of the sins them. If you don't want to learn the law and know how not to sin, you need to come to the ISUPK. We will teach you how not to sin. That is our job. We are the prophets of the Most High. The prophets of the Most High never taught like a Christian pastor. A Christian pastor is a homosexual and a child molester. That is what he means. You know, you see it. I do him molest. You know, hold no more secret for him and the deacon and the rest of the church member them. You know, we are telling you something new. We not telling nothing new, brethren. You know, same is a homosexual and a child molester. You know, see him walk and him flaunt and him go on. And the boy upon the singer in our church, the boy will flaunt and go on like girl. You know, see one batty boy. You know, see in our church, them things start. You know, have to come out of our church. Come in at the ISUPK. We will lead you to God. The Most High is with us. You understand? The Most High is not with the Christian church. You know why? Oh, your pastor can't heal corona, all no. Oh, him can't get full membership in our church, all no. Because your pastor is a false prophet. We in the ISUPK have been telling you from 1969 that plagues are coming. And the Most High is going to plague the earth. You understand? Under commanding General Yahana, we are the prophets. You understand? We not talk about no Christian prophet. We are talk prophet in the Bible. Same Jeremiah, Isaiah, and them this. And we this. See? Them said one day. Yeah, man. And we are tell you say, coronavirus I go fuck up the place. See? And we are tell you say, more and worse things are come than coronavirus. 2020 is just the beginning. You understand? A World War III are forward. And that is the worst of all. You understand? Yeah, man. And everything what we are telling it in our Bible. You see? Alright, pray this now. In addition to costs related to treatment of complication, disabilities, or death due to abortion, related complication incur indirect costs to household and to societies. It would have just cheap if you have the youth. Every time you see a girl pregnant, brethren, clothes, baby clothes come from foreign. You know what I mean? Clothes are come from this, so clothes are come from here, so people are donate clothes. Oh, not talk about you can't take care of people. Oh, not talk about you can't take care of people. And everybody chip in for mind the youth. Don't top tell lie, man. I true freedom, I don't want to go dance and party. That's why the Most High lack off that. That's why the Most High lack off that, brethren. Not even that, no there, so you know what? You go there home and you go breathe. That shit, you know? You know, no excuse, no, brethren. No dance, no keep. No dance, no keep. So which part you go? Turn in your yard and raise the youth there. That you have to do. Turn in your yard, raise the youth right. Everybody a go chip in and the youth now go hungry. The youth now go hungry. All of we go through like a hungry time, but we no hungry and dead, brethren. The most I ever make we hungry and skinny like them African day over Africa and maga dung so. You never do nothing with that yet? I'm telling you, man. The right thing, man. 22,000 abortion, brethren. Illegal abortion and Capri want to do more. More Capri want. Capri want it go at 50,000. The 22,000 they not 22,000 human beings that you know. 22,000 black man that you know, brother. Or black woman, you know. We would have walk a crying, bouncing baby boy and bouncing baby girl that way. You know what I mean? In a somebody backyard, in a bag, you know, brethren. Or in a pit toilet somewhere, you know. But Capri want the parts. Capri said, no, don't throw it in the pit toilet. Give them the parts so them can sell it. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to listen to Capri. That's what we're going to do, you know. And we're going to feel more justified because we're going to say, yeah, man, Capri make we deal with it the right way. So, I feel all of the burden left off of my shoulder. But guess what? Breast cancer. You hear that? So you see if you don't kill no more baby boy, I pray you don't get breast cancer. And I pray you don't have to cut off on the breast. Yeah, man? Alright. In Slovakia. The study also noted which Capri executive director Dr. Damian King, know the name there now, one batty boy that you know, later told this newspaper was reflective of dozens of interviews conducted across the island. These cases are largely borne by Jamaica's poorest and most vulnerable women. See how they must spread it? They must make it look like, they must make you feel sympathy for the woman them in a disregard. You know what I mean? Say, she too poor for have the baby. The cause is largely borne by Jamaica's poorest and more vulnerable women. As if when the baby born, everybody not chip in, brethren, no top tell line, man. When the baby born, clothes come from foreign, you know, tell the truth, no? I wanna, so hold on, if you don't want the baby, have the baby and get up for adoption. People out there want baby and can't have baby. As me say, if you come to the ISUPK with a young baby, we and say we cannot take care of the baby, we go on two options. Alright? If you can't take care of the baby financially, we will help you take care of the baby financially. If you don't want the baby, alright, go on then, give me the baby, we take care of the baby. But no come back for him, you know. Come back, come visit him as a mother. And say, me and your mother, you know. Me and your mother and Ray, and have a relationship, but you know, get back that baby there, you know. That baby there going to grow into a well-groomed individual. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So if you don't want the baby, give it to the ISUPK. We take care of it. But I commit no murder, man. Alright, these cases are largely borne by Jamaica's poorest and most vulnerable women. You know what I mean? Which the poorest and more vulnerable women is what they are targeting. Because uno know in our ignorance, you know what I mean? Them can tell you say and convince you say, yo, you can't deal with a baby, man. You can't, you're not working. You know what I mean? You're not living in a good house. Rare. And you're going to say a true man and then commit murder. And the worst form of murder at that, you're killing a child. You're killing a child. The worst form of murder you're committing, and Capri wants you to commit more. You see, you don't know so them thing you go on, you know, no look on them organization and say, yeah man, good organization that. Meanwhile, them promote gays and lesbians and abortion, murder. It's one big package, man. You don't understand it because you don't understand warfare. We in the ISUPK will understand warfare. You know what I mean? We are men of war because the Most High is a man of war. The Bible says it. So we have to in our war mindset and look what the enemy is doing. The enemy is trying to kill your chick. You can imagine? The same people them, right? Enslave you, put you in a captivity, beat you, rape you, all them things there. Now them are going to give you good family planning. Come on. Now them will give you good social instruction and medical advice. On naive. On naive. Stop being naive. Come to the ISUPK. We'll teach you how not to be naive and how to see the enemy at the gate. You know what I mean? We talk to you a little rough, you know. But out of love. You know where it come from love and not hate. Because see, if it come from hate, would I tell you if you kill your picnic. Don't kill it, man. Don't the child have a right to live too? Don't the child have a right to live? You have a right to live? Never ask you. You have a right to live? What is the reason why you deserve to live upon this face of this earth? What good have you done for society? Eh? What good have you done? So you have a right to live? Then the child have a right to live, man. Make the child live. Yeah, man. Spare the child life, man. Make the child live. I only need to share this video and make all our friends them where I think about abortion hear this and listen and know what them a do is wrong and it's murder. It's just as bad as your neighborhood gunman where kill people. You're a bosshead too. And you're the worst kind of bosshead. Because you kill baby. And I can better say, yo, enough of them gunman they where kill people don't have the heart to kill a child. How cool are you then? How cruel are you? You know society teach you know black women that you know flawless and you know, infallible, you know, but you know wicked. I go tell you no straight, and this is out of love. You know cruel because a baby you know kill. You need to stop it, man. Come back to you know tenderness, man, and you know love and you know care. One of the most beautiful woman them in the earth, in the bridge. You don't even know how beautiful you know is and how caring. Uno is priceless if you not behave the right way, if you not do the right thing. But you are monsters when you listen to Capri and when you listen to your friend them we are telling you say and your mother and your parents them we are telling you say yo kill the baby because you have to go to school. You become monsters and guess what? And not just the breast cancer you know. The mental illness will come, the conscience. We say your baby would have been 5 this year. Yo, that will eat you alive, man. You see? Alright, continuing. These cause slack, I'm read that already. Women from the high socio-economic quintities are able to readily access safe abortion. Okay, understood. So the money woman them can access it, but the poor woman them, you know what I mean, them have to do it, you know what I mean, backyard style. You understand? But that don't make them know better. Not because the money the woman them uptown can go overseas and get the abortion done. Don't make them any less of a murderer. It's murder nonetheless. You understand? It's the study highlighted noted that psychological strain on some mothers and their living children are immeasurable. Among those seeking abortion in the underworld are many teenagers and young adults dogged by concerns about poverty. Virgin, the poor will always be amongst us. You know what I mean? Don't worry about that. Have the picnic same way. Maybe other child here come take you out of poverty. Who tell you say you the most I did want you become successful in a life? Can you imagine? You kill the baby and still don't become successful. You're just a murderous bum. Cruff. You become a murderous cruff. That's what you become. A cruff with blood upon them shoulder. Make the baby born and see if you can tough it out. It will only make you stronger. No. It will only make you stronger in a virgin. If you tough it out with the youth. Tough it out with the youth and it will make you stronger. You know what I mean? So you see, yeah, you ever seen none of them story there yet when the woman, she had 5 pitney and she become a doctor. Same way. Why you not strong enough? The baby never stop her from achieve her goal. She achieve her goal regardless. You know what I mean? She just fight it out and she value life. Because she look at her children them and say, no man, no kind of success in other world that don't work for no life. So here we go on. Now go raise them up. And by raising them up, she realizes that she can still achieve her goal. You see? Yeah man. Yeah man. You can do it too. You know what I mean? Or if you're not able to achieve the goal while having the child, guess what you can do? Raise up the child to the best of our ability. You understand? And then, more style willing, the child will take on out of the poverty. Alright, I not rant on too much, and I just stop kill the people them. You see? Yeah man. I'll finish up that story. Alright. Burden on the state. The finding of the study are further ammunition for members of Parliament Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, who has staunchly maintained her call for amendment to the Jamaica's antiquated abortion laws. So Juliet Cuthbert Flynn is the champion in the House of Parliament for you to kill your child. She thinks she's doing an honorable and noble act, but what she's really saying is we need to provide more avenues for young ghetto girls to kill their children. You know what I mean? That is what she's really saying, and she will fight for it. You understand? So she is trying to make more murderers like herself. The reason why she probably championing this cause, because she's a murderer herself. You understand? Murderers like murderers, You know what I mean? I saw it go, The conscience not so clean. You understand? So she want more murderers like herself. She want to feel normal with what she do. You know what I mean? She don't even know the great sin that she commit. Yo, she don't even know. She don't know say what she kill are the most children, because them black people here where you see boy where you call Cruff and you call nobodies and old nigger and dirty nigger. I don't even know say the children of Israel. And the last time somebody tried kill the young baby them was Pharaoh, and when Jesus our king was upon the earth. See? And what did the Most High do? The Most High got upset. See? So, and that another first, the only times neither. You see? Slack See? So, just think about it. Pharaoh tried to kill all of the boy baby them. You know what the Most High do? The Most High kill all of the firstborn them of the Egyptian. That is all. You know what I mean? The Most High is. Most High deal with justice. So you, Mrs. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, who are championing for the killing of the Most High's children in the womb, just know say something horrible have happened to you, Bridget. Yeah man, something terrible have happened to you, man. Yeah man. Alright, so I will left it right there, so you see? Yeah, so the story, the main story, which eventually became, you know what I mean, a second part to another story, is this woman now where she think she was born a man trapped in a woman body. You know what I mean? In other words, just think about a puss was born in a cat body. It's like a dog was born in a cat body. That is basically what she has said. Alright, we're now going to touch upon it and just pull up back the video from the top. You know what I mean? My name is Officer Kayad, one out of ISUPK. I hope you watch the video to the end. You know what I mean? Yeah man, just pull it up back if you not just a forward in. Watch it from the start. See what it is all about. Share this video. You know what I mean? On all social media platform. You know what I mean? Because you have some story about in the world, where I don't want to reach children. You see? We need to share this, because this counter those stories. You understand? And we need to go to ISUPK on YouTube and on Facebook. You know what I mean? Subscribe to every ISUPK channel. You understand? And follow every ISUPK member on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. You understand? Yeah man. And we are bring out the knowledge of the truth. You understand? To the children of Israel. You understand? And we are making to know when the enemy them they are the gate. And one such enemy is Capri. You only just type in Capri, Capri. You understand? Capri. Yeah man, them are bringing abortion and them are bringing LGBT. You understand? And many other organizations. But just know say it is an agenda, you know what I mean, to depopulate the children of Israel. You understand? And it's an agenda to masculinize the women them, you know what I mean, and to feminize the male, turn the man them in a batty man. You understand? That is what they are trying to do. Hence, when male have sex with male and female have sex with female, you will have no babies. And then the abortion does fit right in.